Hello, my loves, and welcome to Create Your Life. My name is Simone, and I am your host. And today I would really love to talk to you guys about ease and flow in business and how that affects the law of attraction. So, when you start a business, you can come from a place of alignment and joy and expansion and lightness, or you can come from a place of feeling like you need to do it just to do something, when you're like, I need to just start a business to make money, or, I need to just do this. And you're coming from that place of almost pushing yourself to do it, if that makes sense. Whereas when you can start a business from a place of alignment and passion and basically just ease and flow, that's going to make a really big difference to your vibration. So let me give you an example. When I was 20, I started a dance studio and I had really wanted to find this dance space. I wanted something big. I wanted it centrally located, something that I could turn into a studio. And I found this space and I didn't love it, but it fit the criteria. I don't really feel passionate about it, but I was like, it'll do the job and we'll move to something else another time. And with that particular property, there was a tenant next door that didn't want a dance studio moving in. And so they put up this massive fight. They rang the council. It ended up turning into this thing where I was trying to rent this place, but I was getting all of this resistance. Okay. And then one day I was having a conversation with someone and I told them that I was starting a dance studio and they said, do you have a space? And I said, oh, I do, but like I'm fighting the council about it at the moment. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to have it or not. And they said, oh, okay, what are you doing at 4 o'clock today? And I said, I don't know. Because I was a bit like, okay, this is random. Where are you going with this? And long story short, they had just bought an old heritage listed building. So the area they showed me was the upstairs of this beautiful building. The ceilings were 3.5 meters high. It had stained glass windows. It had heritage listed fireplaces in the rooms. It was literally the most beautiful space I could have ever imagined. Like I couldn't have found a space more beautiful. It was stunning. And because they just bought it, they hadn't renovated it yet. And they said to me, what do you want done to get into this venue? And I said, oh, okay, well, obviously, I would really love it if the floors could be polished because they were wooden. So they fixed up the floors and polished the floors. They painted all of the walls for me. So I got all of the walls painted in a fresh coat of paint. They put downlights into the rooms for me. Like they just basically renovated this building to my specifications. And it was just the most in ease and flow experience that I could have ever imagined. There was no resistance. It just all happened. I didn't have to think about it. It was amazing. It was one of the most beautiful, beautiful times in my life. Like setting up that studio and doing that was phenomenal. I really loved it. And I really felt what that ease and flow feels like because there had been so much resistance to that first space. And your entire business can feel like that ease and flow, or it can feel like that resistance. So connecting in with your alignment is going to really help. And I knew that the dance studio was in alignment for me. But that original space, it wasn't in alignment for me. And the law of attraction, knowing what I wanted, which was a beautiful space, brought that beautiful space into my life. Now, if I had said yes to that and actually got that first space and just kept going and fighting the resistance, and I hadn't actually gone and seen the space this other person had talked about, if I hadn't been open to that other option that the universe presented me with, I wouldn't have got that beautiful space, and I potentially wouldn't have even been able to have the dance studio because I don't know when that other space would have been approved. But because I had said to the universe, this is what I want to do. I want to have a dance studio. And I had stayed open to whatever the universe brought in. Like I hadn't expected these people to turn around and tell me they just bought a space and that they would renovate it for me. I hadn't expected that. But the universe knew what I wanted. And it brought it to me in the best and highest possible way for me, way better than I could have ever imagined. And that's what it's like when you stay open and in ease and flow. Because had I cut myself off from other options because I'd found that other space that wasn't exactly what I wanted, I would not have necessarily got the space that I did get. And so when you apply this to your business, you will notice that everything that you want, if you stay open to receiving it in the best and highest way, the universe will bring it in via the law of attraction in a way that is full of ease and flow. And it'll feel really natural, and it'll feel like little surprises or miracles throughout your day, or just these really cool little things that are happening in your life that are just, wow, I hadn't expected that. It's staying open to the miracles and the things that you really want, like actually knowing what your actual vision is, your actual vision, and being like, this is my actual vision, universe. Please bring me to this in the highest and best possible way. And not necessarily saying yes to the first option if that first option isn't really what you want. If it's not exactly what you want, and it doesn't need to be exactly what you want, but there's a feeling, there's a feeling there that's like, yeah, this will do. But if you can move through that, this will do, and let it go and just trust that the universe will give you something better than this will do, then you will get way better than this will do. And you can apply this to so many areas of your business. You can apply this to the programs you feel like writing, or the products you feel like selling. If you find a product and you're just like, this will do. Instead, you can be like, it's not exactly what I want. And you can just let it go and be like, universe, you've given me something similar to what I want, but in the next couple of days, can you give me what I actually want? And you can ask the universe to do it a little bit faster if you need to, and say, can I have this in a couple of days? And just stay open by trusting and letting go of the lack of what you really truly want. You'll draw that in. Because if I had have just accepted that other studio was the space I was going to have and completely closed off to everything, the whole vibration, the whole energy would be so different. But instead, I just stayed open to everything that was coming up, and I just accepted, and I let this will do kind of play itself out. The resistance was there. That was the sign that this wasn't the spot, and I should have just listened to that resistance from the start. So really taking the time to connect with your vision and knowing what your vision is and how it feels, which is really important, knowing how that vision feels and knowing when you're feeling that vibration that you want to feel, that's when you're in ease and flow, and you can let everything else go. Everything that feels like resistance, everything that feels like it's hard. And I'm not saying that it means you don't do the work, because you do need to do the work, okay? But there's a difference there, okay? So when you're doing the work, and say to do the work, you need to do some big days. So say you're doing extra hours to try and launch something or find something, and you're like, I'm really tired. I don't want to be doing this right now. Stop for a moment and actually feel into your body and be like, do I want to be doing this right now? Because if this is something you're passionate about and it's something you're in alignment with, your body's going to be like, yeah, I actually really do want to be doing this right now. This is exactly what I want to be doing. I am in ease and flow. And it's just the past habits of, past story of you shouldn't be working so hard, or, you shouldn't be working all the time, or whatever, that are sometimes going to play out if you have to do a little bit of more work than you normally would, or if you have to do something slightly different to you normally would, or if you're feeling a little bit resistance to starting something. Actually start that thing and let yourself get into it, and then stop yourself and feel into it and say, is this what I want to be doing? And you're probably, if you're in ease and flow, you're going to get, yes, this is what I want to be doing. All of the rest of this is just story. It's not even mine. I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm building. I love my business. I love my life. These are the feelings that come up with ease and flow, and knowing that you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing for you. It's going to feel, yes, it's going to feel like sometimes there'll be challenges, but that's just going to be your mind, because when you really connect with your body and your soul is going to be like, this is where we are. This is what we want to do. This is where we want to be, So if things do feel hard, do them anyway, and then feel into whether it's resistance or a story that you're telling yourself, because there is resistance, but there is also the story. And if you've just got a story that you need to let go of, you'll know, because when you feel into it, you will feel that this is right for you. I hope this helped you guys today. I hope this showed you the power of ease and flow in life, in business, in everything, and how that can help you to attract in exactly what you want via the law of attraction, and how by letting go of the things that feel like resistance, you're going to call in those things you really, really, truly want. So thank you for being here with me today. I've really, really enjoyed connecting with you guys. If you want to share this episode with other people who might get value from it, please share it with your friends or your loved ones. I love connecting with people. So the more people we can connect with and share with, the better. Leave me a comment if you want to about similar situations you've had where you've kind of hit resistance and let it go and got what you want even better than you thought you could. Tell me your stories. I want to hear your stories about this sort of stuff. I look forward to connecting with you guys again soon.